Okay, so we've already done number 1, where we draw what looks like a hangman and place the dividend in the middle and the divisor on the outside. We're going to use partial quotient to divide 351 by 8. Okay, so this is kind of the before our traditional algorithm of division. Traditional long division. This is the before. I always like to show different ways to divide. It may be a way that you like. It may not be. But parents, you will look at this and be like, what in the world? Why are you doing this? Please stay patient and calm and just know that there is a method behind the madness. Okay, boys and girls, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look right here. And just like we were doing yesterday with looking at remainders, remember one of the things we said was, we're just going to take a look at this part. And one of the things we said yesterday and today was 8 will go into 35 how many times without going over?
4.
If you need to, look at the chart. How many times will 8 go into 35 without going over?
4.
I hear 4. Okay. So we're going to, come over here and we're going to put a 4. Okay. Now, because we have this extra digit right here, we're going to have to make this, because what you're really thinking is how many times will 8 go into 351? Okay. However many underlined digits you have, that's how many zeros you have to have. So we know that 8 will go into 351 at least 40 times. Okay. Then we've done the thing before. So, okay, next pull out groups of 8. All right, for example, you can pull out 40 groups of 8. And what do we get when we multiply 40 times 8? How many zeros are there? How many zeros are there?
1.
1 0. And 8 times 4 is?
32.
32. So we place that number of groups outside of the hangman. Our next step, step 3, is to subtract the total number of groups you just pulled from the dividend. So now we're going to subtract 351 minus 320. What'd you get? 31. Now, we're going to take a look and we're going to say, and this is going to become our new dividend. So now we ask ourselves, how many times will 8 go into 31 without going over? I hear 3.
3.
I kind of want to say 4, but would 4 be right? No, because we would be doing what? We'd be going over by 1. That's right. Good. So we're going to say 8 will go into 31. How many times?
3.
Okay, watch where I'm putting 3. We're going to pull out 3 groups of 8. I'm going to put my 3, I'm going to line it up with my 1's place. Now, are there any underlined digits that I need to make it for 30? No. Then my next step is going to be what? Not subtract. You're guessing.
Multiply.
Very good, Tyson. What am I multiplying?
40 times and 3.
No, not 40 and 3. Remember up here, we did 40 times 8 to get 320. So what am I going to multiply here? 3 times 8 to get what? 24. Now, I need to do what? Good. Now I'm going to subtract. And I say 31 minus 24. You do the math and then tell me what you get.
7.
I hear 7.
7.
I hear 7.
7.
And do you know what 7 is? It's your remainder. Good. Now, because I can't do 8, can I do 8 into 7? No. So after that, I'm going to come over here. This is where I'm going to stop because I can't do anymore. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add my partial quotients. So I'm adding what? 40 plus 3 gives me what?
43.
43. And my 7 is my remainder. So when you're answering a division problem, you say 43, remainder 7. $43, remainder 7. Okay, let's break it down one more time. So our step 1 was how many 8s and 351. And to answer this, I was concentrating on 8 and 35. But I knew I had that extra digit. And we said we knew there were 48s. We knew it was 40 because eight times 40 equals 320. Then I subtracted. And I said 351 minus 320 was what, y'all? 31. My step 2, I asked myself, how many 8s and 31? And this time, I'm looking at 8 into 31. And I say, how many 8s and 31 without going over? And what did you all say to me? 3. Because 8 times 3 equals 24. And leftover was what?
7.
7. My final step, add the partial quotient. My partial quotient was 40 plus 3 equals 43. Bring in your remainder for 43, remainder 7. Okay, for page 61. And parents, just so you know, when in 4th grade, we don't do decimals. We're still working with remainders. So resist the urge to show them decimals instead of remainders. You'll do decimals next year. Don't worry. You'll have decimals the rest of your life. Be happy that you're doing remainders. Okay? Don't forget, up here, this is your practice at home. There are going to be videos and Canvas for this. I will upload these 2 links in Canvas under ARC and modules. Okay, so I'm going to upload notes and video notes. Please take a look at these. Go back. Rewind. Look what I'm saying. All right, I'm going to skip this first line right here, and I'm going to come down to this second line. Make sure that your work is very neat and organized. Okay, let's take a look at another example. I'm going to do one of these that is practice at home with you. Let's do 354 divided by 6. And you'll want to stretch your hangman line down about that long. Now I'm going to get my highlighter out too. What numbers are we going to pull from the dividend? I hear 35. Why not 3?
Because it can't go into 6.
6 won't go into 3, right? But it will go into what? 35. We're going to start there. Now, we also still have what? 1 number. So what does that tell me? I'm going to use a...
0.
Okay, good. You're on the right track. You all are going to go home knowing this better than your parents. Okay? You already know more than your parents? Pray Neil just said that he already knows more than his parents. I want that documented on camera that Pray Neil said he already knows more than his parents. And I'm going to... Jillian just said her parents don't know more than she does either. I'm not sure what to do here.
My mom, I come home and I said, I have homework. My mom goes, oh, I don't know this kind of math. I don't know if you know the old school. I said,
okay. Yes. There is old school math, and this is not new math. This is a different way to do it, okay? It's not new. There's nothing new about math. This is a different way to do it. All right, let's get back on track. Now that we've met testimonials of how much your parents don't and don't know, wait till you're teenagers. You'll know everything. Yeah, you'll know a lot more than your parents. Okay, shh, I'm getting off track. All right, here we go. I say to myself, listen, I say to myself, how many 6s will go into 35 without going over? And you know what? As we do this, say this with me. How many? I hear 5. Because I'm not going over, right? Good. 5. So what am I going to put with my 5?
0.
A 0. So I know what I'm saying is 6 will go on to 354 about 50 times. My next step is to go and do what?
Subtract.
No, not subtract. Multiply, Noah. So I say what? 50 times 6 is 300. And now I do what, Logan? Subtract. Subtract and see if you get the same thing as me. Did you get the same thing as me?
Yes.
Good. Now, what am I going to highlight here? I'm going to say 6 will go into 54, the whole number. I'm not going to say 5. I'm going to say 54. Pick your head up, please. 6 will go into 54 how many times? Pick your head up. 9. Now I say what? 9 times 6 is
54.
Now what step? Subtract. What's 54 minus 54? 0. Is there a remainder? No remainder. Then I need to come over and do what? 50 plus 9 is 59. So I'm going to come and put my answer right up here. 59. Okay. Listen. I'm going to stop the video. Please rewind the video. Look at both examples again. Parents, look at the video so you know what to do and you know how to help on numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are due tomorrow. There's 5 problems. This should not take you more than 20 minutes. Okay? All right. I'm stopping now.